afternoon. My name is Rob Cummings and I work for the International Support Team. My main focus today is to talk about how to open a bank account. So we're going to briefly go through a few things with you about opening a bank account in the UK, what identification you need, and some other information as well. So there are many banks in the UK, and I bet you're wondering which bank should I choose. Okay, so we'll run through a few of them. There's Lloyds, TSB, Santander, NatWest, HSBC, Barclays. Okay, now the university unfortunately is not able to recommend one individual bank because this is a personal choice for which you need to make. Okay, so my advice to you would be to talk to other students, okay, and just generally speak to people about which banks they bank with. Okay, so some banks such as Santander, HSBC, okay, will charge you a monthly fee. Okay, and it is important when you do go to find out which bank it is that you're looking to bank with, if they do charge, you need to find out why they charge and what you get for that money. Okay, so some banks, however, may give you phone insurance for £10 a month and stuff like that. So my advice to you is to always ask lots of different questions. Okay, you will probably want to know what information you do need, okay, for when you open your bank account. Okay, and also my advice to you would be to look online, okay, and have a look at what the application process is, okay, for applying. Some banks pre-pandemic, okay, were asking you to apply online only. Okay, so once you have decided what bank you're going to bank with, please ask them what the application process is. So what identification do I need to open a bank account? Usually it will be your passport and your BRP, which is your visa. You will also need a bank letter from the university. And if you have any additional proof. So when you have moved into your accommodation, you would have signed a contract, okay, with your landlord or your halls of residence. This will have your name, your room number, your flat number, okay, so take that with you, okay, and once you have got all that information together, okay, then speak to the bank about how they want you to present that to them. So if you need to upload information online, okay, you may have to scan some of the documents in. But if you go directly to the bank, they will be able to scan the information in themselves. Okay, so you're going to ask me now about getting your DMU bank letter. Okay, after your registration, it is recommended that you download the DMU app. This can be downloaded, and my colleague is going to put the link in so you can see and you can check the DMU app once you have completed registration. Okay, so I know that a lot of you will want to open your bank account as soon as possible. Okay, but until your registration is complete, okay, you may have to wait a week or two before you can do this. Okay, banks will not usually accept an offer letter or a UCAS letter. So my advice to you would be to make sure that you have your DMU bank letter, okay, sorry, apologies. Also, you'll need your contract for your housing, okay, and any other such as your BRP and your passport. If you are unsure about what information you need to take with you, take everything. And you will also find that you could possibly need to make an appointment. If you do make an appointment, okay, it is important that you show up on time and that you are not late. My advice to you is, allow yourself 10 or 15 minutes to get to the bank, and at least give 5 minutes before your appointment. Okay, because sometimes what will happen is if you have not arrived on time, what will happen is they may cancel your appointment, and you will have to um, come to another arrangement with them in regards to the time that you have your appointment. Once you have applied for your bank account, okay, and the bank has authorized an account to be opened, okay, normally they can open it up at that specific time. The only thing you will not get is your ATM card or your debit card, but you should be able to transfer money from overseas. So if you are waiting to transfer some money over, they will give you an account number, a sort code, okay, and then you can start transferring money from your home country. If at any time that you are possibly leaving the UK and you have an intention to use your UK bank account whilst you are at home, please inform the bank. They may think that if suddenly you start using your bank account in another country, that there may be something wrong with your account. So this is communicating with your bank. Now you can either send them direct messaging via online banking, or you can call them. Okay, it is very, very important that you do communicate with your bank. And the reason for this is if the bank suspects something is not quite right, they could freeze your account. Okay, some of the rules in the UK regarding fraud and security on banks is some of the toughest in the world. And my advice to you is always communicate with your bank about any issue that you're having in terms of maybe if you're going away on holiday or you're going back to your home country, tell them. It is also very important when you have online banking is that you do not leave any security passwords lying about in shared flats. Okay, it is quite common that you trust everybody that you come into contact with. My advice to you would be anything of the nature of banking and passwords and codes, please keep this to yourself. And as again, I will reiterate the point, if you are leaving the UK, please inform your bank. It is also quite common that people will keep cash, okay? My advice to you would be do not keep large amounts of cash in your room, okay? So when I'm talking about large, I'm talking about thousands and thousands of pounds. Keep it in your bank, okay? I have the maximum I carry around with me or have on me at any one time is about 30 or 40 pounds. Okay, you shouldn't need to go to Tesco's or Sainsbury's or any food shoppings with thousands of pounds in your wallet. Okay, just take what you need and leave the rest in your bank account or use your debit card. Okay. When you are withdrawing money from cash machines, please be aware of people around you. Okay. As I said, it has been known in the past that people get approached at cash machines. Please just be aware of people around you. And if you do not feel comfortable, okay, please use another cash machine. Most cash machines are free of charge, so they do not charge. But some cash machines will charge you, okay, for any withdrawals, and this can vary from £1 up to £3. If you're happy to pay for that, that's absolutely fine. But I personally would want to withdraw my money, right, for nothing. Okay, so please try and use your own bank. Okay, and normally when you do put your cash card in, it will tell you straight away if you will be charged for this service. Okay, then you have an option, okay, not to use that service and use a different cash point. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else. So my last bit of advice to you is when you apply for your application to the bank, okay, if for any reason at all there's a complication and your application is refused, unfortunately the university, okay, is not able to get involved because it is a banking decision, okay, and my advice to you would be to try another bank. Okay, so if anybody has any questions for me regarding banking, okay, please put them in the chat and I will try and respond to you as quickly as possible. Okay, the documents that you will need to open your bank account, Solani, okay, is proof of ID, which is your passport with a visa. Okay, so your BRP is your visa. A bank letter from DMU, okay, which you can download once you have registered with the university via the DMU app. Okay, and if you have any other documents, such as your accommodation paperwork, which shows your name, your room number, your flat number, okay, I would take that in as well. Okay. It can take about 1 week after opening your account to get your debit card. Okay, here we go. Ahmed, thank you very much for the question. Unfortunately, the university is not allowed to recommend one individual bank. Okay, we can tell you which is the most popular for international students, and that is Santander. Um, you can get a bank letter once your registration is complete and you have downloaded the DMU app. In the DMU app is a My Documents section, which has a bank letter. Okay, and all you need to do is download that and show that to the bank. Okay, Jad, what do you mean by selective account versus student account? You can, Jaspreet, you can open more than one bank account. The one thing I would probably say to you, okay, yes, I know some students, international students, having a Lloyds and Santander. The one thing I would probably say is don't go on a splurge and open up several different bank accounts, because this will look suspicious, okay, and it may have some adverse effect on you opening further bank accounts. The account is just a basic banking account. Okay, unfortunately, as you're international students, you will not be entitled to have an overdraft facility. Okay, this is a borrowing facility. Okay, it is just a basic standard bank account where you can transfer money in from overseas. Okay, and then you can pay your bills, set up direct debits, standing orders. Okay, so everything you would normally do with your bank account in your home country, okay, you can do with a UK bank account. And as I said in the past, okay, it is important, okay, that if a bank does charge you, ask them what you get for your money, okay, because it might not be something that you would be interested in using, okay, if you had to pay £10 a month, okay, and you would be buying something that you might not possibly want to use. So my advice to everybody is ask them if they charge first. There are some banks out there that do not charge, okay. That was pre-pandemic. Things have changed a lot now, okay, so you'll have to do your homework in terms of finding out which bank works well for you, and what services they offer. Lynn, thank you for that question. Yes, you can do it online. Okay. My advice to you would be to have a look at which bank account it is that you want. Okay. Search their website. And I did a search last year, and almost all banks had an online application only. As it is the start of term and there are lots of international students in Leicester, okay, my advice would be to do it online, because it could be a while before you get an appointment. Okay, so in your DMU app, under My Documents, okay, there will be a slot on there once, and it probably won't be available this week, Ahmed. Okay, and then you'll find bank letter. Okay, it's where you access your timetable, your documents. Okay, so go into my DMU app, my documents, and then you'll find your bank letter in there. Okay, so I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's attended this. Okay, if you require any further information about bank accounts, okay, you can contact me at iss@dmu.ac.uk, and we'll try and answer them within 24 hours. So I just wanted to say thank you for attending. Have a good afternoon.